everyone. How are we all doing today? Skadoosh. Uh-oh. Which side is this? This side. Yeah. Ah, there we go. That's better. Gotta make sure you've got Greenskin properly set up. Goodness, how are we all? Oh, right. We were starting off with Sigvald probably about to die. Great. Let's go ahead and get going on our hello queue today. We've got Jmon 2021, Dosict 95, Servant of the Great Horned Brat, Man to Man, Dom, EA Diaz, Joseph, Marshall Stark, hello, hello, Rahul Y, hey, how's it going? And Omegon 32. Good afternoon, gentlemen and women, if there are any. How have I been? Hey, Brian Quick. I'm good. I'm good. I had to go to an appointment today for my psychiatrist and got all that taken care of, which I always hate that because brain doctors are expensive in this country. It's like I just want to live normally. Hey, Kira Haas, Spect, Curse Fanatic. Alright, guys, so this fight here. Sorry, I'm just trying to get my desk organized. It's kind of a mess. This fight is going to be a brutal. Do I want CA to do a graphic overhaul for Total Warhammer 3? No. No, well, it'd be nice, but I think that's super low on the priority list. Oh, Megon. Oh, sorry. Alright, let's hop into this. And hopefully Sigvald survives, but I doubt it. If our wizard was in really good health and one of these guys was riding like a monstrous creature, I'd feel really good right now. Because there's not that many of them, but they do have really elite troops and like war machines. Maybe we can hide somewhere. Tommy Bravo, good to see you. Alright, let's gamble. Oh, this is opportune. There's a force coming on our flank. Well, we'll just have to pay them a visit, won't we? And then let's put the hell cannons like back here on this hill. But let's separate them out a good bit so that if the enemy somehow gets to one of them, they will not be able to get all of them. Better. Okay, Shadow Sorcerer, you're gonna stand in the back.
For the Chaos Gods.
And Sigvald and Aspiring Champion are gonna go in the front. Mirror Guard, you're with Sigvald.
All will be despoiled.
Alright. Let's go. Ugh, wizard. Oh gosh, there's like a lot of them. Okay. I'm going to buff myself so I can kill this guy as quickly as possible. Get the wizard. Kill them. Ooh. Hell cannons. Kill that. Wait, did that say that was Von Raukov? Yeah, it is. Okay, so that's the leader of that particular faction. Not you. You fired that one. But at least they do good single target damage.
Chaos Sorcerer.
When they hit. Wait, no. Kill them. That thing will be destroyed momentarily. Good job there. Kill him!
Exalted hero. This is our fight.
We can get that thing off the field. We'll be in a good spot. Beautiful. What? Oh. Ah! Return fire! Return fire!
Let us bring about an infernal gateway.
You, I want on them. So many Luminarchs. Focus their leadership. Good job here. Let's take out all these nerds.
Putrefaction on them.
That didn't look like a hit to me, but apparently it was. Alright, get back on. And resume fire. You lot, with me.
Kill them all! Yes, fight!
Ah, that wizard. Kill the wizard! You start regenerating.
Chaos Sorcerer.
Let's nerf these Demigryph Riders. Ooh. Man, that Luminarch is like a hard counter to me. What a bummer. Go chase it.
Chaos Sorcerer.
This is not looking good. They just have way better artillery than we do.
Your will.
Hopefully we can kill enough of their characters that we are able to stop their advance for a bit.
Going.
But yeah, there's no way we're coming out on top of this. There's just so many... There's so many Demigryphs. We need Chaos Knights. Alright, we can just go ahead and surrender. Sigvald dies again. Sigvald's gonna need some knights. As much as I would like him to run like a pure hardcore chosen build with Hell Cannon artillery, that's just not gonna work against, well, I guess not even, I don't think he needs knights per se. What he needs are, like Marauder Horsemen. Or just Marauders. He probably just needs a Marauder contingent that's just fast. And I can get around the back of the enemy and, tear him apart. But it would also help if we weren't ambushed by 4 armies. Because you guys we have to remember that at the end of the last episode, Sigvald battled Sigvald battled like an entire army by himself. Like we fought a really big army, and then after that is when those 3 armies attacked us. Alright, we're gonna have Archaon and Kolek destroy these nerds. Whack. Really? Chaos Spawn died to that? That's stupid. Because we're at the most annoying part in a Chaos campaign, where you just have a ton of characters that need bodyguards. Okay, I want you to go closer into Greenskin lands.
Onward to destruction.
Because your job is to hide for a bit until you can get nice, big, and strong.
Now is my time.
You are going to head north because I need to assassinate a Norscan hero to get Sliver Slash. Also, Sigvald will be much, much, much better once he has his regeneration. I don't have regen on Sigvald right now. Without his regeneration, Sigvald is like trash tier. Stupid question. How can you finish with chaos? By just accomplishing the story objectives. Your goal is not to kill everybody in the world. It's to only kill the factions that you have to kill. Which, for chaos, is the Empire and Bretonia for the short campaign victory, and then the Dwarves and the High Elves for the long campaign victory. Okay, so let's move like 25% of the way. We just want to lead all of the enemies away from Archaon. And we're going to get some more Chaos Spawn. Boop. Archaon's just going to hide up here. That costs population, so I don't want to do that yet. And then let's go ahead and start recruiting some Chaos Knights for Archaon. Oh, I can't. I haven't even unlocked that building yet. Well, we can start getting him, like, some Chosen and some Norskins, at least. Well, I guess just Chaos Warriors would be fine, so we don't, like, nuke ourselves with, income issues. So we'll just go Chaos Warriors for now. Do I want to get Archaon characters? I don't think I do. I think I'd rather Archaon be by himself and just have, like, a super scary army. Okay, so we do need characters, though, for when Sigvald gets back. So I want him to have an Exalted Hero, which is going to be your job. And we will put you on a Barded Chaos Steed as soon as we can afford it. And then we'll get him a Shadow Sorcerer. Ooh, Immune to Psych is pretty Slaanesh accurate. Yeah, let's do that. Fun fact, the mark of Slaanesh in Warhammer Fantasy actually made you immune to psychology, so that's very topical. We want that. We'll do that. Okay, so his characters are ready. You need to find... Oh, they're going this way. Go that way. What are the different types of trolls and what are the coolest abilities? The really famous types of trolls are... You have common trolls, which are just trolls. So they have regeneration, they can throw up acid, all that kind of crazy stuff. Then you have stone trolls, which... Because they eat rocks and they live in like very rocky wasteland type terrain areas, they have basically, their skin is like hardened to be boulder quality almost. And because of that, they have, because of that, they've kind of gotten to the point where they basically have armor. So they're heavily armored, at least for trolls. So they're armored, and because of the fact they eat so much rock and stuff, and they basically function like boulders, they are also magic resistant. They're very magic resistant. Raid Castle von Ralkov. Okay, I'm almost there, actually. First, I gotta blow up Zavastra. Boop! Talisman of Protection. That's going to be very, very helpful. Oh gosh, what was I working on? I guess we could get Indomitable. Kind of wish I could make him unbreakable. But I don't think I can unless I have an item. And you're done, right? We got all your spells? Yep. Okay, so I can just work on stuff like Specialist. You nerds. Why don't y'all do... Have we searched Kislev? We have. 54% to steal technology. That's pretty good. See if we can pull that off.
My magic.
Nice. Good job, bro. Have another pendulum on me. Make that spell cheaper. Oh, successful assassinate. Good job. Upgrade the horde. Good job. They're attacking Prague. Make sure that the Empire does not get settled there. We'll send the Skaven there as well. There's no hero in that army, so keep going. Alright. Good, good. Do Demons of Chaos not use shields? No. St. Augustine, demons don't really care for defensive style of play. That's not how people like imagine them, or not how they manifest in the minds of others. So no, they don't. Their demons are purely aggressive. The only demon I have ever seen wield a shield is the new Keepers of Secrets, which are like Age of Sigmar only, kind of. Okay, Sigvald's back. Oh, awesome! We got Lone Wolf. Oh, Strider on Kolek. That's so good. Oh, that's so good. Okay, I'm gonna blow up Zavastra again. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? That is not a place for you to set up shop. Let's do serve or die. Specialist.
Ready. This is a trick. The mountains.
And I will summon Sigvald right next to us, so that I know he's safe for a little bit. It's gonna do damage to me, but that's okay. Deadly Blade. It'll only hurt my Marauder Horseman Master type units.
Magic is chaos. It's mine.
And Sigvald leveled up, so that's good. He's level 10 now. Give me... Ooh, gosh. Decisions. Do I want... Yeah, let's get Blessed by Chaos so we have the highest quality of warriors. And then give me hard to hit. Yeah, the Horse Masters are the only thing in danger, so that's nice. Archaon leveled up. Ah, Archaon's skill tree is so big. Tribes of Chaos. We've gotten 3 Warriors of Chaos units. Now give me... I need stuff that I can't recruit myself. Maybe a Giant? Just give us a little bit of oomph. And then give me some... regular Chaos Warriors.
I will destroy.
Good? Good. Then where is my assassin?
Where's my next one?
There he is.
The gods direct me.
God, there's so much Empire bullshit up here. Oh good, the Bear Singley's destroyed Prague. Perfect. Doesn't Valkia carry a shield? Yes, but Valkia is not a demon. Valkia is like... Valkia is some super weird... like she's basically a mortal champion, but not quite. Because, like, she kind of acts like a demon, and for all intents and purposes, she is a demon princess, but the Games Workshop was very specific that Valkia is still mortal. Like, she could still die. She's not, like, true immortal. And the other thing they went really hard on, to be very clear about, was that she does not count as a demon for the sakes of, like, rules and all that other stuff. Even though, by every other measure, she is essentially a demon princess, she's apparently not one. Wow, look at that. He gets through that 6 turns because of his, like, abilities and stuff. It's crazy.
Bring ruin.
Yeah, don't ask me why that's the case. I don't know. If you were to ask me before I had read that, I would have been like, yeah, of course she's a demon princess, because that makes total sense. But then Games Workshop was like, no. No, she's not. Losing that group of characters really hurt, actually. They had some really nice items on them. Let's do Potion of Speed on our fighter. And then for our wizard, we'll do the Crown of Command to make people unbreakable. Scroll of Aminar, or Aramar, whatever it is. And then start upgrading your horde. And your goal is just to get as many troops as you can as quickly as you can. Do I want Marauder Horsemen? No, I think I'd rather save up for Masters. But I will get basic Marauders to help fill out the army a bit in the meantime. I need more population. Okay. And then where's my hero?
For the gods of chaos.
Here. Is there a Norscan hero in range? There is, right here. 93%. Come on! Come on, dice! Yeah, success! Awesome. Construct a Chaos War Shrine. Okay. Man, I'm having to jump through a lot of hoops to get this thing. Alright, you come back south. We're probably gonna have that guy just babysit Sigvald for a bit. Which one is the Chaos War Shrine? Is that for knights? Now that's Pillar of Skulls. Demonic Forge. Mound of Blades. Proving Grounds. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's for Chosen. Alright. Is Sigvald in Age of Sigmar? Yes, but he's not, like, alive right now. We have seen him. He's inside of a... It's heavily suggested that he is inside of a mirror. He's trapped in a piece of Shaiish. But he hasn't been, like, unleashed or anything. Alright, what are we dealing with? Is this looks like the last stand of Kislev. Do I want to drag them away from the garrison? I do, because I want to try and make as many of them march as possible. So I'm going to fall back and try and get them to follow me to the river. Oh, you cowards! Sigvald's sword is an Age of Sigmar. That is true. I believe Silver Slash... Oh, cool. We didn't have to build it. It just counted. Move any character to the Bearsingling camp. Why is this got so many moving parts? Sigvald, go get your stupid sword, dude. Just run. Go get it. Go get your sword. God dang, dude. Alright, you come south.
The spoilers come.
I'm gonna blow up this castle now. Because I forgot to blow it up last turn, but I won't forget this turn. Wonder if we'll get Sigvald with Mortal Slanesh? Probably not. Dr. Zero, the only chance I see for Sigvald to come back is when Slanesh breaks free. If they do like an actual event and Slanesh actually breaks free and like comes back to reclaim his spot on the Pantheon, then I could definitely see there, like, a couple, like, mortal champions of Slaanesh jumping up. Because the mortal line for Slaanesh is terrible. Slaanesh did get, like, a new Demon Prince, who I guess you could consider a mortal, but he's not... I wasn't super impressed with him. Oh, this is not a castle. Okay, I thought this was a castle. I'm silly. Well, don't mind if I just run everything over then. Today's a day for the Empire to die. And when this castle falls, the only thing standing between us and the end of Kislev is Erengrad, which we will go destroy immediately. And we do have pretty close to a purely monstrous horde now, so that's nice. Here, let's do this. We have the fast monsters and then the not as fast monsters. There we go. And then we've got some Marauder Horse Masters. What's left of the cult. Hello, Mr. Happy Boomer. Sotek, how long do we need to wait for the next lore video? Don't know yet. It's been a long time since the last one. I know. The best thing I can tell you is that it'll get here when it gets here. Alright. Let's kill some fools.
Clean magic.
Oh, Kyle, glad you're enjoying it. Oh, wait, no. Don't fly here. Alright, kill everyone. I want you guys to slip around the sides. Kolek, kill the Arc Lector. Shaggots, I want you to take out the Warrior Priest. And he's probably going to vanish before I can get to him. Yeah, thought so. And so it begins. Kill the Demigryphs. Manticores, let's chase down these fleeing groups.
Arcane torment awaits.
Let's do some nerfing.
This world will die.
Throw down a final transmutation on them.
Yes, kill them.
Looking for pockets of problem causers.
Ruinous powers.
So that's our wagon. Looks like the perfect place for Regina's Golden Hounds.
And them.
Actually, focus the handgunners. Giant! Deal with him. Let's run all these dudes down. Put the Manticores on wagon duty. That warrior priest has Death Wish. Yeah, that's what I thought. Demigriffs. Oh, and the general. Good, he brought himself to me. Pop the healing potion. Good, 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 good. So falls Castle von Raukoff. Sotek, would I like to see Sarthorael made into a free LC Lord? Yes, absolutely. I would really like to see Sarthorael as a free LC Norscan Lord whose unique mount is a Ice Wolf Chariot. So I would just give him, instead of a normal Chaos Chariot, or instead of a Mammoth, I would just give him like a souped up Ice Wolf Chariot that has a guy in the back who like throws axes and shit. Because it would just be the trolliest thing in the universe. We'll raise it.
Yes. Bring the storm.
Alright, so that gets rid of Kislev's allies. And this starts Chaos Corruption in this region. Because the Chaos Corruption here is actually pitiful. Sigvald is hauling ass north as quick as he can. And Archaon is doing his best. Trying to build up power. A War Mammoth Chariot? I feel like practically that would not work. For a lot of reasons. Could you imagine trying to, like, turn in that thing? Like, the mammoth turns and you just get flung at, like, 80 miles an hour straight forward to your death. Let's fall back. Not really interested in fighting at that specific spot. My goal right now is to kill Kislev, so then I can punch the Empire in the face. Skinwolf Charioteer? Oh, it's so beautiful, chat.
Oh, mighty lord.
Oh, great. The end of Kislev fast approaches. The Norskins are inhabiting their ruins, as are the Skaven. Truly, there is no more beautiful a sight. To Erengrad! The final city of Kislev. And also, what's-his-face's house? Where's the switch? Right there.
Move.
Go get your sword, dipshit. Hey, Hugh, how you doing? Should Skinwolf heroes get an Ice Wolf mount? No, that would be very silly. There we go. Sliver Slash. Now we just need a good enough army to go get it.
Dominance. Never stop.
Good job, Sigvald. Way to make Daddy proud.
The gods of chaos.
You head back to me as quickly as you can. You need to go babysit Sigvald.
For chaos.
Alright. And then Archaon needs one more turn to upgrade his horde again, so that he can start getting Chaos Knights. Is it ever explained how Cold Ones survived in the Cold and Ice? Are they not cold-blooded? Cold Ones are. They are cold-blooded, but they have, like, this weird... if you're talking about the ones that the Dark Elves own, they have, like, this weird mucusy, like, slime mucus stuff that excretes from their skin. And it basically... it keeps them alive in those really, really nasty cold environments. It's how they adapted to it. Lizardmen... for the Lizardmen use magic and other eldritch means to keep their Cold Ones and themselves alive and powerful during cold environments. Hey, Rainroth, how you doing? Ogres are going to be extra large cav? Hell yeah, they are. Volkmar the Grim's back, but I kind of want to finish off Kislev first. Then we can deal with the Battle Pope. Yes! Grow, my children, grow! Let's move 25%. Oh, wait. Does Volksgrad have a garrison? Technically. Skaven.
harbinger of doom.
What? You're not at war with him? Are you serious?
An alliance? Yes, yes. So many secrets to share, conspiracies to discuss.
Dude, he's like basically dead. Why are you so scared of him? Ugh, useless.
Now.
Okay, I have to run away from what's left of Kislev right now.
Moving.
Because his army is bigger than mine.
Who are these grotesqueries?
Idiots. Get more troops immediately. Where's my champion? There he is. Get your ass over there.
Tempest incarnate. This world.
You die.
I am mountain god.
Server die, and let's do Dark Apothecary. Alright, this is the final city of Kislev, chat. After this, they'll start collapsing. Will I do a lore video about the places we see on the Realm of Chaos map? Yeah, at some point. Should Warhammer 3 get the new Keeper of Secrets model? Absolutely. 100% yes. When they do Warhammer 3, they should use the updated models for all of the demons. All of them. All of them. No exceptions. I want the new Bloodthirsters. I want the new Great Unclean Ones. I want the new Keepers of Secrets. And I want the new Changers of Ways. No exceptions. I want all the shinies. So this is it, chat. The last city of the silly little Kislevites. Well, not the characters, EA Diaz, so no Rodigus. We'd have Kugoth Plaguefather, who I actually like more than Rodigus. But unfortunately, Kugoth got retired in Age of Sigmar. I think for him, I think for Games Workshop, his model was too complicated, and they just didn't want to deal with it. So they unfortunately gave him the old boot.
I am channeling.
Okay, we got our Air Force. Giants? Actually, Trolls, y'all are pretty fast. I'm gonna send the Trolls to harass the other gate. Maybe. I'm hoping it'll trick some of the AI into trying to defend it. We'll put the Chaos Spawn about there, and the Giants about there. That way the AI will hopefully, like, the enemy will be like, ah, we have to defend this gate too! And then I'll laugh as my Dragon Ogres just punch in the door and kill everyone.
Chaos sorcerer. So be it.
Angry in the Core, I've only been live for like 30 minutes. When does Games Workshop update the Seraphon models? When Hell freezes over, I think is the technical answer. That's all that's defending the wall? Okay. Alright, you nerds, head over here. Yes, yes. Shoot Kolek to your heart's content. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna incinerate that particular little group. Make it rain, boss man. Manticores, get to work. Let's clear off these walls. Let's see what the deal is. Okay. That looks like a good spot for that. It's party time! Where's Tenenhuan in Age of Sigmar? Presumably dead. We haven't seen him. Come on, lads, get in on this. Use one of these. How long till transmutation of lead? Not too long. Let's use this on these knights. Lower their leadership and try and force them back. Get those knights out of the way. They're too heavy. Lightning!
I bring a tempest.
That looks more like it. To the core of the city! Oh, except you. Kill him. Giants! Chaos Spawn, take the flank. Trolls, Aspiring Champions, go with them. All my Manticores are enraged. Figures.
Let us bring about an
Gotta babysit these nerds. Oh, forget this. Come on, let's go! Shaggets, forward! There it is. Just gonna turn all these dudes to gold. Boom! Manticores. Kill. Where's one of my Shaggets? Shagget! Kill that dude. He wants to be a hero? Let him be a hero. Get rid of that halberd unit. Marauder Horseman, get your asses in here. Chaos Spawn and Trolls focus the Halberdiers. Horsemen, tear everyone else apart. Get out of my way. There we go. It's not a good day to be human. Activate Star Crusher so he hits a lot more dudes. Push deeper into the city. Go ahead and pop the potion of healing. Manticores, report to me. Clear out the back of the city. The end of Kislev. Oh, one of our Manticores ate it. One second, my dudes. Oh, Silver7. Thank you so much for the donation. Says you're putting out some great content. So tech, my favorite. In fact, I was wondering how did dwarves? Oh, how did dwarf men's deal with the fact there are so few dwarf women? So the big thing for that is that in dwarven, the big thing in dwarven culture is that they have a very, very, very significant portion of their culture dedicated to, like, how you get a wife and how you accomplish courting and things of that nature. For the most part, a lot of dwarves, the way they deal with it is that you just live your life and try not to die. Because the world is a very, very dangerous place, and it can be extremely difficult to just survive. But well, probably not surprisingly, given when you consider what dwarves are like personality-wise, dwarves are actually very, very often married to their work to a almost insane degree. Like, a lot of dwarves don't get married or have kids or any of that, not because they can't find a wife, but because to them, there's no time. You know, like, the amount of runesmiths and rune lords who get married is practically non-existent. Because they spend so much effort purely dedicated to their craft and all of that stuff that it's just crazy. What's up, Throg? You need money? Here's some money, bro. I got you. Would I ever do a Q&A on the basically third-party factions? Yeah, we could do that. I hadn't thought about doing that until you just said it, but yeah, we could definitely do that. I am surrounded by nerds. I don't know what happened to this Kislevite army. There was one, like, right here. I don't know if they're hiding. Let's find out. Okay, we need Kolek to get away from this mess. This is turning into, like, a whole thing at this point. Let's go ahead and fall back to safety for a little bit. But not before I snipe this nerd. Snipe! Talisman of Endurance? That's better than what I have. I guess we'll go this way. And we'll put a little pep in our step, so we can get to a safer area. You do want to be cautious with Archaon that he doesn't get, like, accidentally surrounded. How you doing, Sigvald? You leveled up again. Oh, good boy. Give me hard to hit. And then let's put a point into, I guess, Deadly Blade? Thick-skinned? Decisions. Do I focus on getting his... Yeah, let's focus on his personal skill. Come on, it's Sigvald. Sigvald doesn't give a crap about anything else. Yes, get that so I can get you horse masters. Because God knows you need horse masters.
Now is my time.
Alright, there is one Kislevite army roaming around somewhere. And it's the last bastion of their empire. What's the last blue skill? It's called Corruption. And it makes it so that you... It just increases the character's Chaos Corruption. So basically, if your character walks into a province, he just nukes their corruption level. Will we ever get nudes? Survey says no. Sarthorael the Executioner, only Age of Sigmar, or is he Fantasy 2? Technically, Sarthorael the Executioner was made for Age of Sigmar, but I don't see any reason why he could not show up in Warhammer Fantasy. Just because he doesn't really show up in anything at all. So I would have zero issue with him being used. I would hope he gets used. Because the Chaos Dwarves, when they're playable, I would really like to see them have a Bull Centaur character.
Dominance. This serves the dark powers.
Well, hash it, champion. I gotta read everybody's stuff, and it goes by. I'll get it eventually.
It shall be. Yes.
Okay, let's do this so I can get my Manticore. Where is it? There it is. And then Sigvald. There we go. Sigvald can start heading south.
I'll move, I suppose.
Is Lord Mortkin a big Norscan lord, or is he a side character? Mortkin was basically a side character. He only showed up for a single story, and we had never heard of him until he showed up in that story. And he dies in that story. So he's like a one-note kind of character, but he's a very fascinating character. But the whole big concept behind him is that he is basically a, Wait, what? Don't I have the ability? Didn't I get the building for... Oh, no, I didn't. That's right. I rushed it on his. Dang it. Okay. Well, let's get Forsaken. Do I want to start getting chosen? Maybe we should do Forsaken, augmenting chosen. I think we'll just do a good mix. But I don't need Chaos Marauders with shields. I need Chaos Marauders with big weapons. Let's get some Aspiring Champions. Just one unit's fine. Don't want any of those. So give me Chosen with shields. So I think what we're gonna do is have like a significant number of Marauder Horsemasters. Maybe we'll put maybe we'll put like the Demon Spew and the Forsaken into Archaon's army. Maybe that would be better. And then we could have... That would actually work better now that I think about it, because Archaon's going to have a pretty heavy focus on Knights. So yeah, which are going to be pretty mobile. So they're going to need troops and keep up. So let's go... Aspiring Horsemasters. We'll have like 2 Hell Cannons, not 3, because 3 was too much. So like 2 Hell Cannons. I wonder if 4... Nah, 4's fine. Go down to 3 of those. 1 Aspiring Champion. 2 Chosen with shields. 2 with halberds. Let's go 1 more of each. And then a Hell Cannon. That'll work. Great. That's going to take forever to recruit all that shit, but that's fine. Some of it we might be able to build at... Well, now we got to focus on getting his horde up to full. Okay, we're good? We're good. Poison Warhounds? Yeah, that might be a good idea, too. Maybe we could shred 1 or 2 things and get, like, 2 Poison Warhounds to help be nasty. Does the Empire ever trade with the Chaos Dwarves with the Dark Elves? No, 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 no. Not legally. I'm sure there are some individuals who are technically a part of the Empire who have traded with bad guys that they're not supposed to, but it's definitely not the norm. Hey, Palooka! Good to see you, brother. How good is Volkmar against non-supernatural beings like trolls, giants, or ogres? Well, I'll tell you that against anything that regenerates, like trolls, Volkmar is terrifying because he has this big flaming hammer that he can just run up and just annihilate them with. As for giants and ogres, I mean, if he's on his if he's on the war altar, there are few things that Volkmar is not incredibly dangerous against when he's unleashing his faith as a weapon. I mean, Volkmar's faith is truly terrifying. All right, Kolek, I want you to go north and cut off the Empire invasion. Sigvald, you're just gonna make your army. Archaon is doing the same thing. Hooray. You, come over here. Where is that last Kislevite army? Kislev. I can't see them. They're hiding. Here somewhere. Find them! I need to kill them, but I can't kill them unless I know where they are. Do you think if Chaos ever got a rework, we would get Sarthorael as a playable character? I hope not, Hitman Malo. I don't like Sarthorael that much. Like, I guess he could be playable for, like, players who already have him. But I am personally against the Warriors of Chaos having demonic characters. I'd prefer them to be purely mortals, with, like, demon princes being the only exception. Sarthorael is like a flat-out greater demon. Like, I don't like him. I'm a purist. I'm a hardcore purist when it comes to that. Unless it's like, oh, there they are. Unless it's like a specific god race. Is that Toddy? It's Toddy. Oh, bro, you wish you could get away from me. And goodbye, Toddy. There, Kazrak owes us one. Ooh. We got Abductor. I don't think he abducted him, game, but sure, let's be optimists here. They weren't sacrificed to the dark gods, they were abducted. Alright, we're saving up for a level 5 horde for Archaon. Okay, we know where they are now. So, you're gonna go north, and you're gonna take Sigvald with you as soon as he's ready. Oh, that's right. Drop those two for now. Take dogs. Well, yeah, just take that so we can go run Kislev down and kill him. Okay, next stop for us is... I guess we'll hold him at... I imagine the Norskins can clean out their own continent as long as I take care of the Empire for them. Like, as long as I focus the Empire. So let's organize our AI allies here a little bit. Get them to work. What do we know about Igiel Steerborn's adopted son? Very, very, very little. If anything. Does the Southern Realms have an official roster? Not... Okay, that was weird. Not... just, it's the Dogs of War, essentially, but not really. It's like a collection of random named bands. How does faith work in Warhammer Fantasy? basically, the way faith works is that if enough people believe that a deity in Warhammer Fantasy exists, then they do, right? Which the people of the world don't really understand that. If they would, it would definitely be exploited. But the way it basically works is if enough people believe that a certain deity or being exists, then they will. And once there's enough faith in their existence, they gain the ability at that point to essentially manifest their power in certain ways. And the most popular way we see that happen is what we call faith, or faith weapons, essentially, is a way you can think of it, which are quite literally circumstances where, like, a warrior priest will give this, like, sweeping oratorial benediction to Sigmar about, like, granting him strength, and he believes that, and he, like, says this prayer that he deeply, deeply believes is going to allow Sigmar to grant him strength. And that kind of causes a feedback loop in the winds of magic. And that deity, if they have the ability to, because it comes from magic, basically will use a spell on behalf of that individual to cause a magical effect. So for a warrior priest, that would be like the end of his hammer starts glowing and lets him hit like an absolute truck. You know, something like that. Any chance to see minor factions like Nippon Cathay or Cathay example in the third game? It's certainly possible. I don't know how likely it is, but it's definitely possible. Are there any stories of Dwarf Gouger without Queek? No. Nope, the two of them are pretty much always hand in hand. Alright, we're gonna march over this mountain range and go kill the Kislevites. Go get him, Sigvald. What is this? Volkmar and Karl Franz? Ooh. A double whammy. We'll start with the Emperor. What's his army's like a mess. Is there much lore on Eye Gouger, the goblin big boss who killed Thorgrim's father? No. A lot of those characters, Games Workshop is very, very, very fond of, like, showing up and to, like, explain a certain circumstance or to, like, provide some background. They will introduce a character, and then they will never, ever, ever mention that character again. That is so common that it's basically like a trope for Warhammer Fantasy. Games Workshop is super bad about, like, going really hardcore into all the background of every character that has ever shown up. You know, it's not like Lord of the Rings, where a lot of those characters are, like, genuinely well accounted for. But that also is what happens when you have, like, a single writer creating an entire world as opposed to a company that hires out writers to add to their world, and they don't really give a shit to have them, like, cross-reference anything. Would I like to see the Dogs of War as regiments renowned for their respective races? Yeah, that could be fun. As long as they were available, as long as they made sense. Some of them I don't think would work in the modern stories. Alright, you lot go kill Franz. Keep an eye on vague things. Alright, Franz is super dead. Yeah, no, I'm not letting you get away, Franz. You die here.
Chaos Sorcerer! Going! Moving! All will be hell!
What the heck? Wow, his magic resistance must be insane. That just completely bounced off him.
Chaos Sorcerer!
Just wax it. What Chaos character, champion slash character is missing from Warhammer 2? So many. So many. There are so many Chaos characters, dude. Like, you can just pick a god and there's still, like, a pretty substantial list. How are those guys still shooting if they're shattered? What the heck? And zap. Ah, dang it. Timed that wrong. Who's my favorite Skaven character? My favorite Skaven character in Total War Warhammer is probably Queek Headtaker. I get a ton of fun out of Queek. I love Queek in this game. My favorite character lore-wise is Throt the Unclean. Followed very, very closely by Thanquil. Are there any big characters that are missing for Chaos? Yeah, pretty much. So we have Sigvald, who's like the big mortal champion for Slaanesh. But each of the Dark Gods has a big mortal character. You have Festus the Leech Lord for Nurgle. You have Festus the Leech Lord for Nurgle. You have Village the Curseling for Tzeentch. And then you have Valkia the Bloody for Khorne. Are like all really solid examples. Spread corruption. Okay, next we kill Volkmar. Goodbye, Volkmar. Then we finish off the Emperor. I love that he just like headbutts it. Alright. That significantly hurt the Emperor's armies. Wonderful. Yay! Kolek is max level. How glorious. Good. Now we just need to save up to get the Palanquin of Trophies. Excuse me for a sec, guys. I gotta close the door. Oh, God. They're going to war with the High Elves. Ugh. Yes, we'll enter the war. Yikes. Hey, Dad. Good. I'm live streaming, so I'm up here. Look at him, Chloe. Oh! My old man just got home, so I gotta close a couple doors so we're not bothering each other. What do I like so much about Queek? A, his voice lines are amazing. I love Queek's voice actor. And B, I am very, very fond of underdog kind of characters. And I feel like of the Skaven characters, Queek is kind of the biggest underdog. Because even Tretch has some, like, very useful situational abilities. I feel like a lot of people just kind of crap on Queek because he doesn't as much.
Forward unto slaughter.
Alright, so this is the final bastion of Kislev. If we beat them here, they're finished. Oh, you're not going to be able to make that. Instead... Can you reach this hero? Yes, awesome. Get rid of that guy. Alright, hopefully Sigvald can win that fight. We're gonna park our butt here real quick. We get more chaos spawn. Actually, I guess we won't park here. We'll move. We'll just stop at 25%. Go chase the Empire out of... We'll leave the Skaven to deal... I don't trust the Skaven to deal with it. I was like, oh, I'll let the Skaven take care of Erengrad, and then I thought about it for a second. It was like, I don't trust the rats. Alright, let's go ahead and get the Palanquin. And then Chaos Spawn. Archaon's doing well. Yes.
Witness my beauty.
Oh, dang it. I should have only moved 25%, because then I could have got a max sword. That's okay. Can anyone answer my question? Well, Lisa, what's your question? That depends. Why did the old ones lose to the Chaos Gods? So, oh my gosh, look at that. Look at all those armies. The big issue that happened with the Dark Gods versus the old ones was that it was a really long war between the two of them. It's generally accepted that the old ones were not strong enough to beat the Dark Gods on their own. Because the problem with the Dark Gods is that anything that has, like, emotion or life or any of these crazy things basically empowers them. And at that point, and the thing is, you're not just battling a legion of... you're not just battling a legion of demons, right? You're fighting like a literal force of energy that has the ability to manifest a will. And the problem wasn't that the old ones could not harm chaos or could not defeat chaos in many, many battles. The problem was the old ones could not figure out a way to kill chaos. And the longer chaos is around, the stronger it gets. Because it just kind of snowballs and it just keeps building. Until it reaches a level where it spirals out of control and it wipes everything out. That's always been the case. That's been the eternal cycle against chaos. Because the whole reason that the old ones even came to the Warhammer Fantasy planet and, like, set up shop was because they were trying to create a race that was capable of defeating the Dark Gods. No, well, not the Dark Gods at that point. At that point, they were just trying to beat chaos as an entity. It hadn't manifested the Dark Gods yet. But you get the point. So for them, it was just this super messy problem, and they just didn't have a great way to deal with them, deal with chaos, and they were trying to find a way to defeat it. So ultimately, the old ones were not as strong as the Dark Powers. You know, the old ones could die. They could be permanently wiped out if they were stabbed lethally. You know, they were not true immortals like chaos is. They were not a form of energy. They were mortal. They were godlike, but they were still mortal.
The Geld Prince speaks. Clean magic. I am exalted.
And it's kind of the old one. It's kind of the old one's own fault as well. The thing about the old ones was that they did not understand chaos super duper well. And they ended up kind of dooming themselves in many, many ways.
Charge them!
Alright, let's move. Sigvald and his adoring legions have arrived. Outriders with grenade launchers? I don't like those. But I see juicier targets back here. Well, unless they keep moving to that forest. Fire! Take him out. Ooh, we are going to take an annoying amount of damage on the way in here. Good dogs. Sigvald, go get their champion.
Attack them, Argos!
Marauders, lead us in.
What do you bid?
Hounds, let's back out a bit.
Marauder horseman! Masters, witness me! Form's bloody glory! Chaos is magic! See who wields true power.
Where are my dogs? Dogs, go around the back. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. There. Goosh, goosh, boom! Ha 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 ha!
Chaos sorcerer!
Beautiful. Get in there.
Fight! Kill them all! All will burn!
Good dogs. Let's get to work. Sparring champions.
Do not scatter! Deliver slaughter! Marauder horsemen! Ha! Ha! The gods demand it!
Finally, a win for Sigvald, chat. It's a freaking miracle. Let's make some units unbreakable.
See who wields truth. Chaos comes. Very well.
Activate regeneration.
Glory. We want their eyes.
Look at this freaking mess.
My dark prince calls.
Destroy them.
Good, good, good.
Go back. Your will.
How's the Hell Blaster doing on kills? Pretty decent. Or not a Hell Blaster, whatever this is. Hell Cannon.
All will be hell.
Keep firing!
Fighting! Man it all! Exalted hero, this is our time! Lead me to mortals! Slay every mortal! Give them a slaughter!
All will be despoiled.
Chaos sorcerer!
Do we know what the old ones looked like? Some of them, we do. It depends on the old one in question, but a lot of the old ones were apparently some kind of weird hybrid between, like, humans and animals. Many of them, like, there are records of certain old ones, and they would be, like, humanoid, but maybe they would have, like, the head of a certain kind of animal. Or they would have, or they would appear, depending on the old one in question, they would appear in some really bizarre ways. But it's likely that they were powerful enough that they could choose their own form, as opposed to, like, being confined into a single form. Daniel Martin, thanks so much for the donation, brother. Appreciate it. Love your work, SoTech. Looking forward to the next Q&A. Me too, man. Ogres are going to be super fun. Yay! Sigvald finally won a meaningful battle. Oh, yes! We got engines of mass destruction. Super hell cannons. Thank the Lord. Hey! Pleasure Prince of Slaanesh. Showed up on Kolek, so Kolek has 50% less movement. Damn it. Damn it, Kolek! Put it back in your pants! These are all for Knights and Chosen. Let's get the stuff that's fast to get. What happened to the old ones in Fantasy? We believe that they died, but it is super unclear. All we know is that when Chaos reached its zenith, leading up to the Great Catastrophe, the old ones and the Lizardmen, or, well, mostly the old ones, but the old ones were basically battling the forces of Chaos in the Realm of Chaos. And their war got to this super climax where it got to the point that everything just blew up. And when everything blew up, like, there were these giant portals at the polar gates. And they were like these massive star engine kind of things, like super sci-fi giant portals where ships that were, like, truly colossal could teleport through. And there was one at the North Pole and the South Pole, and they both exploded in space at, like, the absolute height of the war. And when that happened, the old ones vanished. So we don't know if they died. We don't know if they ran away. It's a complete mystery. It's one of, like, the great mysteries of Warhammer Fantasy. Personally, I believe that they died based on the evidence that we know, but there's no, like, concrete proof. That's just a theory of mine. But we definitely never saw them again. I can tell you that for sure. The old ones fought them inside the Realm of Chaos. Well, it wasn't the Realm of Chaos yet. It was just kind of like a spiritual void that the old ones used to travel and to power all of their weapons and, you know, devices and what basically kept their empire running. Fire!
Very good. Ah! They will succumb.
Death to the enemy!
And we only got 2 of them with that? That was like a direct hit. Ugh, that was pathetic. Just kill these nerds. Y'all got this.
Where's the enemy? Kill the Southerners! Do not scatter! Kill cowards! Noble pestilent glory!
All will be despoiled.
Brother horsemen! Chaos marauders! Chosen! Obliterate! Marauder horsemen! For chaos! We fight! Honor the dark gods! Reality bends! At your command! This world will die!
Man, it's not really a good place for a pendulum. We'll just weaken them.
Six is boom!
Wolves! Get chasing.
Yes, Lord! Brother horsemen!
Sigvald the Magnificent.
Over them! God's bloody Lord! Arcane torment awaits! Your will! Yes!
Save the hell cannon.
By God's call! Brother horsemen! Chosen! We need souls!
Hurricane Irma. That's a concerning name. I'm interested in learning about the Rome faction in Warhammer World. I think it's Remus. I would love to hear anything about them. Did Warhammer add monsters? Okay. So, okay. So, ooh. Thank you for the tip. So, what's the best way to do this? So the humanized Rome faction is a very complicated topic in modern Warhammer Fantasy, and the biggest reason for that
Unleash chaos!
is that they are a faction that has... Ooh, God, that's so nice. Let's do Driven by Lust. They are a faction that existed more heavily in the older lore. And as we got towards the more modern lore, Games Workshop shoved them more and more and more and more to the back. Essentially, if you're looking for like the Roman faction, you're talking about Tilia. Hold on. Let me grab... Where's my book? 1 second. I gotta find it. I have so many books around me. Here we go. So... So when we look at a map of the Warhammer Fantasy world, Remus is a city that's right there in Tilia. And it's a super important city in Tilia. Back in the older lore, Tilia, before it became a collection of mercenaries, before it became ruled by like a bunch of different factions or different princes and guys like that that binded together into one faction that we know as Tilia, which is ruled by like a council and a bunch of princes. Tilia in the really, really old lore was, of course, ruled by Caesar. But he wasn't called Caesar. His name was, instead of Julius Caesar, his name was Curious Geezer, or Curious Geezer. And he was this insanely powerful, virtually undefeated general, who was the like supreme commander and lord of Tilia. And this was only like 50 or 60 years before modern Warhammer Fantasy. So it wasn't like crazy long time ago, and he had more advanced weaponry and stuff. But what happened to him, so here's your fun story, is that what happened to Curious Geezer was that he had a bunch of super crazy successful campaigns because, you know, he's based on Caesar, so he's really powerful and scary and a good general. But what happened to him is that to try and have a crowning achievement to basically put himself in the position of emperor so that all of Tilia would fall under his control and everyone would basically worship him, and he would be like the undisputed lord of that part of the world. He wanted to basically have like a supreme victory. So what he did was that he tried to invade Albion. Now, if you know anything about Albion, which, you know, is the equivalent of, I don't want to say, well, I don't want to say like England, but, you know, that ballpark. You know, it's that mystical island of mists that has to do with all of those like kind of Celtic and Northern European myths. But anyway, he went up there and tried to conquer it. Did not go well. He basically showed up, and when he attacked, he did not realize that the druids of Albion had like a massive horde of giants at their beck and call. So his fleet shows up, and they just start getting bombarded by giants. Like, giants are standing on the shores of Albion, or the mountains just past the shores, picking up these huge boulders and throwing them so that they hit the ships of Curious Geezer's fleet. And he is just having not a good time. But he refuses to leave until he achieves victory, and he is very, very scary. Like, the Albion people were not able to beat him in a fight. They just had to basically keep playing tag with him, and just ruining his day as best as they could, bit by bit. But they weren't really well equipped to handle his legions. So what ended up happening is that he got really tired of all their crap. And the war was just dragging on and on and on and on and on. So finally, Caesar, or Curious Geezer, said, all right, fine, here, look. Like, he decided to negotiate with them. And he said, all right, here's the deal. I will not go back home without a trophy. So, tell you what, those giants of yours are super big and super scary, and they're like they have single-handedly ruined my invasion like this entire time. So I'll make you a deal. You give me some of your giants to take home with me to Tilia, and we'll call it a draw, is essentially what he said. So the Albionites just wanted to get rid of him and get him off the island. So they agreed, and 2 giants went with him as did a single Albionic druid who could translate the language of the giants to the language of men, so they could, like, understand each other. So, Curious Geezer sails back to Telea, claiming that he's this epic conqueror who managed to destroy the people of Albion and bend them to his will, and he brought home these 2 colossal giants with him and stuff. But unfortunately, although that did go over very well, he declared himself emperor, and right after he declared himself emperor, he did the whole Ides of March thing, and all of the Senate and his friends showed up and stabbed him to death. And thus ended Curious Geezer. That's how he dies. He gets shanked to death by all of his friends, who thought he would be a tyrant. And after he dies, the giants of Albion were just kind of like, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll just leave then. And them and the druids left and basically tried to find their way home, and they became what we now know as the Giants of Albion, who were a Regiment of Renown unit. Marius, oh no, that's not Marius Leitdorf, that's Martinus Leitdorf. And now he's dead. Alright, let's get out of here. I don't want to fight Leibwitz right now. Yay! Full level characters in Kolek's army. Beautiful. Brings a tear to my eye. Okay, what's the deal here? Let's try and hurt his army. Failure! How dare you. Archaon's just chilling. He's just chilling. Was the culprit's name Brutus? It was something like that. It was like, yeah, it was like Brutos. What's my personal favorite pet theory? Rahul. I actually have a fun one for this. My personal favorite pet theory about Warhammer Fantasy, which there is vague evidence for, is that Sigmar and Sotek were both 2 prongs. I believe that Sigmar, Heldenhammer, and the god Sotek were both the last-ditch effort by the Old Ones to defeat Chaos. I think that Sigmar, that the 2 of them combined were basically the Old Ones in their last moments had figured out a perfect storm, a perfect concoction with which to defeat the Dark Gods, and at the moment they were about to perish, they basically just like hurled it Hail Mary style at the Warhammer world, but it did not show up until very, very late. And when it did show up, it was heralded by a twin-tailed comet that heralded the arrival of Sotek and the birth of Sigmar. But I believe that Sotek and Sigmar are intrinsically related. I believe they're both, like, celestial creations. That's my favorite pet theory that I have come up with for Warhammer Fantasy. After them, Sigvald! The Kislevites must die! Yeah!
Moving, father. Witness my beauty.
Yes, Sigvald, make Daddy proud. Stylish? And then let's get self-obsessed. Ooh, marked by Slanesh. Oh, that's just leadership. We don't need that right now. We'll get marked by Slanesh in a little bit. Alright, this is our cavalry captain. Let's make him train. Well, he's not gonna stay cav. We'll put him on a Manticore eventually, but... magical reserves.
I am Slanesh's sire.
Stay on them. And let's cut them off from going south.
Never stop.
You are gonna search this, see if we can get a magic item. Ooh, yikes. See, this would be blue. Oh gosh. 3/3. See, this would have to be a 4, so this would have to be a 1. Which means that... this would have to be a 4. So it can't be 4. Well, that should have been obvious. Okay, so it's definitely a 3. That's not contention. What's I need to know is what color it is. So this would be blue. So this would be red. So it can't... No, it is red. Yeah, got it. Pew pew.
Dominance. Are you a god?
Are you a god? I can be whatever you want me to be, baby. Alright. I guess we need to start recruiting shit for Archaon. So Archaon, let's get you some Forsaken. And then we'll go from there. One more turn. One more turn. We can start getting Chaos Knights. Have I ever tried manually aiming hell cannons? Yes. Not done it in a long time, but if I'm having a particularly fun day, I have no issue like hitting insert so I can shoot stuff. Skalakin, not yet. Oh, Dom, thank you very much for the tip. Can you explain the concept of the halls of your fathers that some Norskins believe in? How does it interact with their typical chaos worship, and what do we know about the sea god Myrmidus? 2 chosen with great weapons in Sigvald's army. Okay, so there are a lot of little things wrapped up. Oh god, how scary is this army? Not that scary. Well, kind of scary. I do not have that many troops. Okay, yeah, Archaon, you need to retreat. Into the mountains!
Let's go. I can kill you later. Swells.
Defensive alliance with the Greenskins. Booyah. Excuse me, bro. I need to run through your lands real quick. So I can build this. So the concept of the Halls of the Ancestor, or Hall of the Fathers, which I have talked about. If you want like a super in-depth answer on that, Dom, I would tell you to go watch my video on the geography of Norsca. You can just like type that into the YouTube search algorithm and you'll find it, or it's on the geography of series. Kislev is dead! Alright, Kislev is finished. Ooh, Armor of Destiny. We'll put that on Archaon for now, because Sigvald, we're actually about to get his armor. Oh, that feels good. Doesn't it, chat? You can have the... Wait, what's the Helm of Many Eyes? Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah, let's do that. Opal Amulet. Research. So, the thing about the Norskins is that... So, to the Norskins, they... While many Norskins... Oh, virtually all of them do believe in the Dark Gods. The thing about Norsca is that you have to remember that the people there do not fully understand the powers they're working with. You know, they do not have a truly full concept of the beings and the I don't want to say like the nasty overall schemes of the entities and monsters that they deal with on a regular basis. They don't understand what it is they're looking at / dealing with. They honestly don't. To them, there are no inconsistencies behind the idea that if you die fighting for your gods, and you die gloriously in battle, that you will end up in the Hall of your Ancestors rather than the eternal battle, which is kind of more of the, or depends on the chaos afterlife that you're dealing with. But the thing is that in Norscan culture, or religion is probably a better way to focus on it. In Norscan religion, the real world is not the real world. The real world is just a dream. And to them, the only way to wake up and to get to the actual real world... Oh, look at that! Franz is on Deathwing now. Awesome. So I'll actually get a good fight out of him. The only way to escape the dream, and get to where you're trying to go, is you have to die in battle. Like, in Norscan culture, dying of old age is shameful. Like, it is like the worst fate you could wish on someone is to die frail and weak of old age, or of disease, or of anything that isn't fighting. To Norskins, that is like a almighty insult. I'm kind of tired of running, so I'm just gonna kill these dudes. See, there's 2 wizards. It's Volkmar and Boris, but everything else is kind of trash. Yeah, I'm gonna smash these little men. And then, what do we know about the sea god Myrmidus? Gods like Myrmidus are either another name for already established gods like Mathlon or Manon. Those are 2 separate entities, but it is very likely one of them. Or it is another name for basically Stromfels. Stromfels is kind of like the chaotic deity of the oceans. Like, he's the bad guy god. Stromfels is a dick. He is like just the worst. Like, for not being a chaos god, he is basically a chaos god. Like, a lot of his followers are mutants, or pirates, or just like the worst of society. And they're just there to ruin your A1 day. He also is the god of sharks, and also has a nasty relationship with giant crab monsters and other such delightful entities or beings. We'll use the trolls and the chaos spawn to guard our flank, while our giants and dragon ogres kill everyone else. Kill the wizards. Oh, good. The wizards are on horses, so they can't get away from me easily. Alright, let's just go with a big, fat transmutation of lead.
Take this, mortals!
You lot, just hold them off.
Chaos Sorcerer! Yes! Kill them!
Throw stuff! What is this? Free company militia. That sounds like free. That sounds like free real estate.
Chaos Sorcerer!
The trolls and the chaos spawn are just like, it's a living. It's a living.
Tempest! End them!
Marauder horsemen!
You lot with me. Manticores. Go hunt me some stuff. Giants to the front line!
horsemen! Chaos sorcerer!
Wizard, let's get rolling. Alright, leave them. Let's go.
Chaos is magic!
Ooh, that's gonna be bad. And he went out of control. Great. Wizard, go kill that.
They summon me!
Good job, trolls. You did your job. Couldn't be more proud. Oh, I keep forgetting I actually have to manually activate their chain lightning. Whoops. I have not used that once this entire campaign. Okay, Wizard's doing his job. Great. Let's lower the armor on that. Horsemasters! Go get those things. Trolls! Get going. Ah! Take them out. Dragon Ogres! Let's push for that back line. Come here, Boris. Let's go, people! Oh, sorcerer, get out of there. I'm gonna make myself unbreakable for a minute.
Marauder horsemen! That's what the masters bid!
Close to the shade! Yes!
Giants, pursue.
I have a light!
Okay, he's shattered. Good.
Very
Get you on that steam tank. Actually, you know what? Let's shut down that rocket battery. You lot!
Succumb! Attack the mobiles!
Hey, I was a big fan of your divinity. Oh, gosh. Tavern Mies? I've actually been thinking about that a lot recently. I think I'd like to take another whack at that in the near future. Man, nobody has brought that up in a long time. Tavern. Kudos to you for knowing about that. No one's brought that up to me in a really long time.
Clean magic!
Let's get you out of there before you take any more damage.
I will rise!
Up, up, and away! Kolek, smash! Bad day to be a steam tank, son.
I am enraged! Chaos sorcerer! Teacher's boom!
He's like, I've made a huge mistake. Hey, Professor Pone. Professor Pone, I got Warcraft. Oh, this is actually a good time to say this. So, how many steam tanks exist in the lore? I think a dozen at most. They're very rare. But if you were to put that as a restriction in a video game, I think it would do more harm than good. Like, in this game, you can get dwarves and greenskins to set aside their differences and be allies. I don't see why you can't have as many steam tanks as you want. Do sea trolls exist? Yes, they're called river trolls. But there are river trolls in saltwater environments. Anyways, so what I wanted to tell you guys is I did get, thanks to you guys, I did get the Warcraft Reforged, which we're definitely going to play through the campaign here on the channel once that's live. But I'll be playing with, like, Turin and Professor Pone and all those noobs, like, tomorrow, I think, on Turin's stream. Ah, we've met the dwarves at long last. That'll be interesting. By the way, I've been watching the Versus series you did with Turn, and I'm curious, who would take down Krokkar and Grimlock? People who could kill Krokkar and Grimlock are generally very, very powerful sorcerers. That's like the usual suspects. So I'm trying to think of like good examples. Characters that would be very, very genuinely dangerous to them are the likes of, Kairos Fateweaver could be very dangerous and deadly to them in certain circumstances. Oh god, it takes 3 to get this? Ugh, it's so stupid. Knights! Kairos Fateweaver would be a big problem causer. Any of the supercasters, if Teclis and Tyrion were fighting together, they, I think, could actually put up a really good fight against Krokkar and Grimlock if the two of them were fighting united against him. It would be a close affair, but I think they could... One of them would almost assuredly die. But I think with enough power, they could take him down. Could Gotrek kill Krokkar? Probably, due to Gotrek's plot armor. I'll put it this way. If your question ever starts, or if anybody who asks you personally about the lore, if they ever ask you a question about, could Gotrek beat, just say yes. It does not matter who comes after that part. Just say yes. Like, there is no wrong answer. The answer is yes. Gotrek always wins. As long as he's got Felix with him, at least for Warhammer Fantasy.
Now is my time.
Where do I want to fit in that second Hell Cannon? I kind of want to keep this big old contingent. You know what? We might strip one of the Chosen with Great Weapon. I kind of like having a fat Chosen contingent. Decisions. How we doing down here, Archaon? Potion of healing, yes please. Channeling staff. Doing okay. Alright, and we will push Franz out in just a moment. Could Gotrek beat any of the Chaos Gods? Yes. Just because fucking Gotrek, dude. The answer is always yes. Could Karl Franz beat Krokkar with no mount? Oh, no. No. If it was Krokkar on foot versus Karl Franz on foot, Krokkar would probably annihilate him. It would not be good for Karl Franz. Galmaraz is the only thing that would give Franz a chance in hell. Could a bar of soap beat you, Nurgle? Never, Papa Nurgle. Oh, shit.
Your empire dominates all. Could you rival the gods themselves? I think not. Fool.
Crap.
No, please. I've done everything you've asked. How can you cast me aside?
All are born to the great deceiver.
totally forgot about Sarthorael until just now. That's not good. We've been betrayed! Treachery! A Lord of Change, servant of the Chaos God Tzeentch, has emerged to challenge Archaon's position as the Everchosen. Son of a bitch. I totally forgot this was gonna happen. Wait, is it just him? That's it? Just one army? Oh. Oh, okay. That's not as bad as I thought it would be. Archaon has to kill him? Yeah, no. That's not happening. Archaon is way too far away to deal with this. I would have no problem sending in Archaon to slap him, but I'm so far away. And I'm not gonna deal with some stupid-ass horde chasing me around.
For the gods of chaos.
How you doing there, Sigvald? Good. All I need is more hell cannons. Let's drop... I guess we could drop one Aspire... or one Marauder Horsemaster. Oh, but I really want... Ah, shit. But I want chariots. Herm. Decisions. Man, I wish Chaos Chariots had, like, throwing axes. That would make my life so much easier right now. Okay, so we might have to cut down a little bit on the Chosen. Okay, so let's get rid of the Chosen with great weapons. That way I can have 2 Gorby's chariots. Yeah, daddy likes. Alright, I'm gonna go punch Sarthorael in the face. I wonder if they'll remake the Lord of Change model. They better. Okay, normally I would auto-resolve this, but I think everyone in chat wants us to punch the level 40 Warp Chicken in the face. Especially... Oh, he hasn't had a chance to apply any of his skills. Well, that's a bummer. Oh. I missed a donation. Ah! Heresy. Hurricane Irma. What about Abrash versus Krokkar and Grimlock? Krokkar and Grimlock would beat Abrash. Abrash is the pinnacle of vampiric close combat, and he is very, very deadly and dangerous, and I have no doubt that Grimlock would die in that battle, but I think Krokkar and Grimlock would take out Abrash. I love Chariots because of Parthian Shot. That would be really nice if Chaos Chariots had shooting attacks at all, which I really think the regular Chaos Chariot should. The Gorby's Chariot is fine as a pure melee monster, but I would really like the regular Chaos Chariot to have, like, throwing axes. Punch the chicken? Let's punch the chicken. It's a great custom in my people's culture to punch the chicken. Yeah, he messed up, chat. He messed up. He brought giants and trolls and chariots to a dragon ogre party. Boy, he fucked up. If you're gonna come to a dragon ogre party, you gotta show up ready to go. All right, Monster Mash. It's go time. I think that is the earliest I've ever gotten the Sarthorael summon. I think we're on turn like 120. For me, I'm usually lucky if I can get him to show up by 150. Oh yeah, they don't even have any shooting stuff. Kill everyone. Skalaken, behave yourself. Time for some KFC. Oh yeah. Oh, there are hell cannons. Well, that's a little spicy. No, 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 go this way. Could any of the Lizardmen characters defeat Krokkar? No. Not without, like, insane magic. I'm pretty sure the only playable Lizardman character that could defeat the likes of Krokkar would be Mazdamundi. Get him. Manticores, take out those things. Two. No, the chicken! Kill the chicken! Transmutation of lead. Oh, we just got slapped.
Chaos is magic. Take this. Take this.
Kolak keeps getting distracted. Well, don't just stand there. Charge! Kolak, the bird! Kill the bird! I will say, I genuinely think that they wasted so many good animations on Sarthorael. Like, Sarthorael has probably the best charge animation in the game, in that he, like, just blows through people like there's no issues whatsoever. I really wish that's how good other characters who, like, fly, but don't really, were at charging, like Malagor and stuff. It hurts me that only Sarthorael has, like, the supercharge.
I bring a tempest.
The what? Oh, okay. Somebody kill him! Okay, there we go. The giant got him. And with Sarthorael no longer to bind them, they remember they're supposed to work for me. You better run, little treacherous bastards. Run them down, lads! Run them down. Bring down as many as we can, boys! Gorst versus Tretch, who wins? Tretch Craventail would kill Gorst. Gorst is not an impressive wizard. And Tretch... You know, the funny thing about Tretch Craventail is that Tretch Craventail is actually one of the smartest Skaven tacticians there is. Like, when it comes to being a pure general or ambush warfare, I actually think Tretch is the best there is in all of Skavendom. Tretch has pulled off some hysterical feats due to just being a goof. And, like, playing dirty. Like, Tretch is basically the Skarsnik of the Skaven. Because none of the Skaven are particularly famous for being very good generals. Tretch is actually a pretty okay general in that he survives. Granted, I wouldn't say he's very good at winning. I would say he's more very good at surviving. But, you know, you take what you can get. Yeah, stay here, I'll get help. Tretch's signature attack. That may have been too far ahead. Yeah. Alright, we'll just speed up time a little bit and just maximize our damage here. I think we got all the giants, so that's the important bit. Nakai skips around. Nakai has a pretty decent charge animation, but Nakai himself is awful. Nakai, unfortunately, is probably one of the worst characters in the game at the moment. Because the way that large entity generals works is not great. Hey, we didn't lose any units. Enslave captives? I shall. The Ever-Chosen. The Lord of Change died immediately. Because he was like, I'm gonna fight Archaon, and then he got punched in the face by Kolek Suneater. I wish you got something for that. Like, I get +1. Man, I wish you got like a good reward for that to make the campaign easier to win, you know? Alright, so Sarthorael's dealt with. That's nice. Don't have to worry about that anymore. You're still recruiting for 2 turns. Archaon's gonna be busy for a good while. Dom, are there any High Elf settlements outside of Ulthuan? Yes, there are a bunch of High Elf settlements outside of Ulthuan. Where's my book? There it is. So, for High Elves, they have these nifty fortresses, or towers, all over the world. What is this? It's Karl Franz. No thank you. Here we go. So if you look at this world map, right? The High Elves, so this is Nippon. This is Nippon, which is Japan. That's the Tower of the Rising Sun. That is owned by the High Elves. Then you have the Lost Isles of Elithis, which has Tor Elithis. That's a High Elf settlement. Over here, you have the kingdoms of End, or India. And there's these 2 islands here. That's the Tower of Stars, and that's the Tower of the Sun. Those are both High Elf settlements. You have Tor Elisor here, on this little island, just past the Southlands. That's a High Elf settlement. Then to the south of the Southlands, on this little island, you have the Fortress of Dawn. Then at the southern tip of Lustria, you have the Citadel of Dusk. And that's all of them. So they own a whole ring around the entire globe of southern ports. Those are all High Elf settlements. And I think that's all the really important ones. Yeah. What famous characters can Karl Franz defeat? Oh, I don't know. I'd have to sit down and think about it for a while. A fair amount. He does have Gal Maraz, which is like the grand equalizer of super weapons. Drop one of those. Hang on to the giant for insurance. Oh, I have so much more health. Okay, what do we got here?
Do not take me for a fool.
I cannot reach Franz, but I can reach his friend. So we'll kill the friend. Typical bad guy maneuver. I can't reach the good guy, so I'll kill the only thing close to him. Mateus, no. This shirt, this Frank, whatever this says. This was a gift from a family member. And whack. And now I will fall back. Skaven! Rally to my side, you useless vermin. Cease thy uselessness. And come help me. What do I need for Auric armor? Move a character to the Goramundi Mountains. Isn't that this mountain range right here? Yeah. You, little hero that can just kind of do whatever I need. Go over here. Go do work. Hey, the charming navigator. How you doing? In the lore, have any wizards ever tried to alter the timeline? Yes. Almost exclusively Tzeentchian wizards. It has never worked. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. And a lot of the characters that can see into the future... oh, Taloxlon is showing up. Okay. We got Lizardmen, boys. I wonder... Oh, I made contact with Harganeth last turn. I just realized that. So, Dark Elves, art thou friend or foe?
What foolish errand brings you before me?
Friend it is. Give me money, so I don't invade you and kill you all. Deal. Alright, so Harganeth is very strong, but so are the High Elves. But I now have Hellebron. Hellebron is my Coronate representative. We'll use that plot point from the end times that everybody hated.
The mountains call.
Prague 2.0? Yeah, but just a second. Okay, you're gonna head this way.
Who are these grotesqueries?
Okay, Sigvald, let's get moving. We got places to be. Tretch versus Queek. Queek would absolutely dominate Tretch. It wouldn't even be a contest. Even if Tretch had the ability to get like a super ambush off, Queek would probably sense it and stop it. Alright guys, y'all ready for the Sliver Slash speech? The V for Vendetta homage? I'll let you guys enjoy it. I'll mute myself. Looks like we're fighting an army of all Forsaken. We gotta go kill our, these rivals. Y'all enjoy. I'll be right back.
Sickly, sinful spectacles stand, shuffle, shamble, and saunter shamelessly in mine scandalized sight. I suggest a solution. Surely such sedition should sour and succumb to Sigvald, the salacious, scandalous, and sensational servant of Slanesh, son of Succubi, scion of sordid acts and slayer of squalid serfs. See how I stroll, stride, swagger, and swirl, spin, slash, and stab at stupid, senseless scum. Soon they shall swoon, shall seek solace and death from sundry torments, wrought on them by my strategic, severing, scintillating shower of shimmering strikes! Send for the sword! Summon Sliver Slash!
That is probably one of the best speeches they put in the game. Not loreful at all, but really fun. Like, I have no doubt Sigvald would talk like that. And if an opportunity arose, but it's so out of nowhere. And he never does it again. That's the other thing. It'd be one thing if it was like a consistent theme, but they just like pull it out and then they never use it. Dom, yes, and don't know yet. Soon. I gotta do a ton of research for the Ogre Q&A still. There is a lot of work to be done on that. Did the old ones have souls? Probably? It's very... I don't know. There's no clear answer for that.
For the Chaos Gods!
Yeah, let's go get my sword.
My gods call!
You're gonna lead our chariots.
Marauder horsemen! So
Actually, let's do it like
I
this.
do as you bid.
We'll put the mirror guard in front because they are very fast.
All will be
With
despoiled.
Pappy Sigvald with them.
Chaos Sorcerer!
There we go. That I like.
Chaos comes! What? Chaos Sorcerer! Slay every mortal! Yes?
There we go. How did Chaos Dwarves view Minotaurs? The Chaos Dwarves would find Minotaurs very pleasing in aspect to Hashit. They wouldn't outright worship them, but
Marauder Horsemen!
they would definitely find their forms. The Chaos Dwarves definitely take a lot of inspiration from their forms, but they don't, like, acknowledge Minotaurs as being, like, physical manifestations of him. But they do find, like, their rage very fitting. Okay, you guys are gonna go around the flanks, actually.
Exalted hero!
Slay every mortal.
Future
I forgot that he also had hell cannons. Forward!
Marauder Horsemen! I want their eyes!
Now what? More Forsaken. Joy. A challenger!
They will succumb.
Halberds to the back line.
Go fast! All will be destroyed! Kill, maim, burn! Reality ends!
Focus, gentlemen. Actually, you know what? Turn around. Ah, good job, Sigvald. You won your little challenge.
Demand it.
Well, we got the hell cannons, so that's good. Ah! Get away from there. The rudeness.
At last, carnage.
Obliterate them! The Dark Gods command me! Sige's will!
Do not let him get away, please. Chaos Dwarves, get back on your cannon and resume firing.
Run it! Move fast! What do the gods desire? For chaos!
Defend the hell cannons!
Very good. Very good.
Oh my god, it's just an army of dogs. Oh my lord, that's hysterical. They're just dueling way over there.
Attend me. At your command.
Okay, oh yeah, good. These Chosen are in the perfect scenario. They can do this all day. Especially with support. Get that thing online, start firing.
Chaos Marauders! Go it!
Oop, let's get that chariot out of there. Good shots.
Kill, maim, burn! They will succumb! For the Chaos Gods! Chosen!
Break those chariots! That'll do it. That'll do it.
Chaos is magic.
Tremble, mortals!
Kill them all.
Divine Conquer. What are squigs? Squigs are a type of greenskin. So they're a fungoid-based race that have that are literally just little bouncing creatures of flesh and teeth. Okay, we need to deal with these dogs. Break the chains. Man, they if there is one chaos unit that I think needs a full redesign from the ground up, it's Hell Cannons. Hell Cannons are so not what they're supposed to be, and it bothers me more than I care to admit.
They will suffer. Attack the mortals.
Oh my lord, we're so far away. I think these dogs will break, though, due to the Gorby's chariots. Gorby's chariots are very, very good at just fighting. Eh, maybe not. We're getting worn down. There they go. Get out of here, you mutts. Are the tiger slash monkey slash snake people of End just beastmen, or are they neutral? Rahul, most of them are beastmen. Virtually all of them are beastmen. Like, there are like famous tiger men of End or similar creatures. Most of the times, those are just the local version of beastmen. Yay! We got Sliver Slash. Now we gotta go get the stupid armor. Let's take Marked by Slanesh and Doomfire, I guess? Nah, let's worry about making Sigvald as good of a fighter as he can be. We'll get Voice of the Dark Gods for that big aura increase. I do like being able to shout very loud. For the Chaos Sorcerer, we'll keep him on foot for now. I don't... we'll probably keep him on foot, actually. Maybe we'll put him on a horse at some point. That way he can maneuver a little better. Let's do Earthing. Alright, so we got Sigvald's sword. So that's great. That's good news. We can upgrade that. That. Oh, I have too many abilities. Yep, Channeling Staff, Hellfire Sword, and Potion of Healing. Damn it. That's okay. Oh, we got the level 5 building. Okay, I need Chaos Knights with lances now. Beautiful. And we're gonna save up for the Chaos Warrior building. That's what I want next.
Tempest incarnate.
Kolek, you're gonna go to Prague. Where Karl Franz is feebly trying to defend it. And Sigvald, you're gonna have to heal next turn, but that's okay. Alright, Franz! Knock knock! What's my favorite Warhammer city? My favorite city in Warhammer, like, if I could turn myself into something where I could visit it and there'd be zero chance of me being killed, and I could just explore the city to my heart's content, it'd probably be Alt-Dorf, honestly. There's so much good, just juicy stuff in Alt-Dorf. And there's so much mystery and insane, awesome things to it. I mean, just the Colleges of Magic alone would be worth the visit. But then you have, like, the,
Now is our time.
you have, like, the engineer school. Or is it the engineers? One of the like engineering focused things is in Alt-Dorf, because most of them are in Null, but one's in Alt-Dorf. The Imperial Zoo would be a ton of fun. Once again, as long as I was immune to being destroyed. Oh good, the gate's already weakened, so Franz has like no defenses. This will be quick. This is about to be a beatdown, chat.
My God's call.
Kill everyone.
Chaos Sorcerer, going.
Yes, for the blood god.
Clean magic. Take this. Move.
There he is. There's the real Emperor. Manticores, let's clear a landing zone, please. Ew.
I bring a tempest.
And now.
Let us bring about an infernal heat.
Ah! Stupid Emperor.
Your mortal vengeance on death.
Try this on for size. Ah, it's going a good direction.
Marauder horsemen, get them!
What am I being shot by? Oh. Run, Manticore, run! Get out of here! Ah, Franz is landed. Get him, Kolek. Ow! Get rid of that. Flake of Rust. Goodbye, Franz. Nice knowing you. Dragon Ogres, forward! The sieges in this game are so bad. I don't necessarily think they're bad. I just think they're really repetitive. Like they need more variety. And they can certainly afford to be a lot deeper. I mean, they function and I enjoy them for what they are, but they're definitely, if there's one thing I will preach until the day I die, it's that if there is one super big like thought or regret that I have about Total War Warhammer 1, it's that my biggest issue with the series is that Creative Assembly was so scared of how new Warhammer was, and they were so worried about the fact that people wouldn't just like get it, that they just like nuked the game's chance to be something truly exotic. Like they played it so safe and close to the chest because they were just terrified that it wasn't going to work or that there were going to be problems. And it sucks because it ended up being such a success, which, you know, I think was moderately predictable, that it ended up being such a success that now we're staring down the barrel of a completely different gun, which is that, oh hey, you made this like super amazing game and we're all really okay, I don't care what Lothern is doing unless they're invading me. We're gonna turn that off. You know, it's like, oh, you made all this super amazing great stuff, but the problem is now the foundation that all of Warhammer 1 and Warhammer 2 are trying to build onto is so bland that it's just like, oof. You know what I mean? Can I win this? That's Gotrek Gurnison. I really don't want to lose this army. I've had to put so many turns into defending this. That being said, I will defend the Warhammer sieges because while they are very, very safe to the point of being bland, thank God that they're at least not just genuinely trash. Like, they work. The AI works. The game works. Like, the sieges are not crazy buggy or anything. Like, they get the job done. The AI is so predictable to the point that it's painful. The Elector Count of Ostermark, huh? Alright, fuck it, we'll fight it. And I will say, if you don't try to exploit the AI, you can actually have some fun with the sieges. I feel like there are some people out there that try and go like super like, I know what the AI is going to do and I'm going to take advantage of that. And they end up killing the game for themselves. Like, cheese is not the be-all, end-all, you know? Okay, he doesn't have any siege weapons, so he'll come to us. Alright, guys. It's Archaon's debut. Are y'all ready? Do I think Sigvald's speech was as good as Donald Trump? I think Sigvald is a much more eloquent speaker than the president, who is, like, the opposite of that. I'm not gonna make any more comments on that because this is not a political channel. This is a channel to just have fun and do all that kind of stuff. But let's just say I'm not a huge fan.
Chaos Marauders!
We'll leave it at that. Alright. What do the Swords of Chaos even do? Map-wide bonus. If the enemy gets within 70 meters, everyone gets a speed bonus and charge. Oh, they do provide Guardian? And they have a... Oh no, the ward save is from Arcan. Man, they really need to redo the Swords of Chaos, I feel like. This ability right here is not bad, but it's not good. That's really not that great. If that was like melee attack or something, I could see that being okay, but oof, yikes. Alright. But we do have the Swords of Chaos, and they do look super cool. I do like that they have Guardian. Apocalyptic Charge does not seem like it's very good.
Chaos Knight. My god's call.
Alright, Knights. Dogs. I think the only reason we stand a chance in this fight is because we have the freaking giant. I think otherwise we would be boned. Let's move ourselves into an advantageous position. I wish the Swords of Chaos had helmets. I think it'd be cool if it was like a mix. I will say I do like, though, that they're all like super mutated. Like they've got spikes and they're on fire and they have beards and stuff. They can use some more variety. It looks like it's only 2 or 3 heads for the entire unit. They all got the blazing body mutation. Are Native Americans in Warhammer? The Native Americans are kind of rolled into the Lizardmen. But, no, not really. Alright, what are we dealing with here? We got a shitload of knights, shitload of great swords, couple of bows, Gotrek Garnison, and the Elector Count of Osland. Alright, Archaon, let's show them the power of chaos. They look like Forsaken on Chaos Warrior bodies? Well, that's probably what they are. They are probably recycled assets, seeing as they are a free LC unit. See how much damage this does. Not the cleanest hit. Oh gosh, they have so much AP. We're gonna need our knights to do really well. Good news is he does not have a lot of AP on his knights, but neither do I, now that I think about it. My biggest thing is the stubborn bulls. Again! Okay, that's a little better. Didn't shoot in a complete arc. Still not that great. Okay, Marauders are gonna tank a lot of the early shooting, that's fine. Halberds! Let's have y'all deal with the knights. I guess I'll just work on cascading fire cloaks. Knights, wait for me to give the signal. Giant, you're with me. Shoot Gotrek in the face. That did nothing. Giant, back him up. Warriors, charge! Gonna buff myself. Kill him, Archaon! Oh no, he's healing! I can do that too! Knights! Alright, Gotrek is dead. Giant, kill their general. Swords of Chaos! To Archaon! Need to keep myself alive. Good job on the flanks. Chaos Knights, let's go around here. Kill the general! I want you taking out those ranged units. And the Swords of Chaos are broken. Great. All of you, get back to the front! Alright, is the general dead? Looks like it. Dogs.
Eat your soul! Chaos Knight! Corpse, bloody glory! Kill!
We gotta get these ranged units offline, like, right now.
Vengeance may glorious! Time for this!
To Archaon!
Arcane might to me! For the masters! Kill! Maim! Archaon!
I'm just gonna keep buffing myself.
They will cower! Tremble, mortals!
Dogs, go here.
Slanish is perverse glory! Deliver slaughter! Kill them all! For the chaos goes! Nurgle's pestilent glory! See the blood! Every mortal, the world will scream! Archaon! The winds are mine! Slanish's pestilent
Nope, shatter them. Run them down. Great.
will be back!
Nah, that's army losses. Pretty sure. Just about.
What? Great corruption!
And if I had a burning head, I would be in such a better position. You get these shooting units offline.
Mortal fool!
There's army losses. Hopefully they're not able to pursue us. Fall back! But we did kill Gotrek, so that's good. We did get Gotrek out of the picture. And we cut down their armies by a lot. We cut them both in half. Man, if they had not come on from the same direction. Pretty good kills. I screwed up with the Chaos Warhounds. If I had played the Warhounds better, I think we could have won that. Ew, yucks. So what do I have left? I have a Giant, 1 unit of Halberds, 1 unit of Marauders, and 2 units of Knights. And he has basically everything. Oh, fall back. Hopefully we're close enough to Carrick Ungor that the Greenskins will defend us. Of Thorgrim's, Gotrek, and Grombrindal's axes of Grimnir, which is the strongest axe? I would say Gotrek's is the best of the three, but they're virtually the same. Can vampires be good? They can try. The curse of vampirism will almost always inevitably turn the person who has been bitten to a darker version of themselves, whether they would like it or not. That being said, there have been people who have tried to resist the curse.
Now is my time.
I want you to weaken him so we can stop this northern bullshit expansion. Nice.
You dare?
Collect. Don't let them leave this vicinity. Well, Archaon escaped, so that's the good thing. Oh, he's not at war with the Empire. Shoot.
Reckons I should listen to you, North. You're stupid.
That's not great. That is not great. Because that douche nozzle can chase us. Fireball, Burning Head. I need Burning Head. You should have left while you had the chance, human. Yeah. Sucker. Burning Head and Kindle Flame. And now I run away into the mountains, like Zoidberg. Can vampirism be cured? No. Once you become a vampire, you are dead. The only cures for vampirism is death. You've already overstayed your welcome by that point. Can lizardmen be affected by the curse of vampirism? No. Vampirism can only affect humans or human offshoots, like halflings. Tell you what, though, you know what theoretically can be a vampire that would be the worst case scenario and would be terrifying? Technically, by the rules established of vampirism, ogres could be vampires.
Huh? You think your pathetic god scares me? I am the Warhammer Incarnate!
Yay, more money. Alright, what else we got here? Let's do aspirations for greatness.
Oh, yes.
And then... Oh, he assassinated my champion. Rude.
Give me lightning! Storm Crusher yearns!
Squish.
Herald of the Tempest!
I will come back for you. Do you ever think we'll see Genevieve or Drakenfels? Drakenfels, maybe, but if Drakenfels ever showed up, it would almost certainly be in his end times form, not in his, as the Nameless, not in his, like, famous, or his, original form. Which, fun fact, did y'all know that Drakenfels is actually in the game? A lot of people don't technically know that. He's technically in the game as a cameo. If you successfully complete a Solostra Deerfon campaign, her Vortex campaign, when you play if you keep playing and get the epilogue for Solostra Deerfon is about has Drakenfels in it. There's your fun fact of the day. Wonder if I should phase out the Marauders. Not yet. Let's keep them for now. What is stronger, a Dragon Ogre or a Zote? A Dragon Ogre is physically superior to a Zote, but other than that, but the Zote is a wizard, and a very powerful one at that. More knights, please. Man, you know what's another unit they need to do? So in tabletop, there were 3 kinds of Chaos Knights. There were traditional Chaos Knights. There were Chaos Knights with lances. Actually, I think Chaos Knights with lances were the traditional one. Hold on, let me check that. Army Builder. This is important. Warhammer Fantasy, 8th edition. Nope, not Vampire counts. Warriors of Chaos. Special units. Chaos Knights. Okay, so there was the basic version. There was the Lance version, and then there were the Ensorcelled Weapons version. We need the Ensorcelled Weapon version in Total War Warhammer. Which, the big difference about the Ensorcelled Weapons was that the Ensorcelled Weapons were basically armor-piercing. And god damn do we need armor-piercing Chaos Knights. Like, so bad. Alright, give me Chosen with halberds, so Archaon's army can actually have some beef to it. Actually, I guess there's no reason for me to destroy it this turn. He doesn't have any allies that can march here. So I'll take my time with this one. Were Zotes around before the old ones like the Dragon Ogres? We don't know. We do not know. It is a very complicated relationship. We know that the Zotes and the Lizardmen are familiar with one another, like the Slann. So it could be that the Zotes were created by the old ones as the original custodians of the forests, which would explain why there are no Lizardmen that live in the forests of the northern atmospheres. They only live in the jungles. Maybe the Zotes were the guardians of the actual forests, especially because, fun fact that not a lot of people know, but the forests like, the forests of the Empire, for instance, or Athel Loren specifically. Athel Loren was actually planted by the old ones, which is why the forest spirits exist. Was not because they were a bunch of trees that just like randomly decided to wake up. They were designed to wake up by the old ones, and have like spirits and stuff. So maybe the Zotes were the original custodians of Athel Loren. Yay! The Auric armor. Oh, thank God. Sigvald will finally be good. Praise be. Alright, he starts suffering attrition next turn. I see no reason to force the issue. Archaon is building up. So I think what we're going to do is probably have Archaon and Sigvald deal with the, primarily with the Empire. Actually, you know what? No, we'll just focus all of our guys on the Empire. I'll avoid a war with the dwarves as long as I can. Can Dragon Ogres use magic? Not in Warhammer Fantasy. In Age of Sigmar they can, but not in Warhammer Fantasy. Harganeth confederated with Nagaroth. Oh, cool. So Harganeth is like the Dark Elves, and we have a military alliance with them. Great. So the Dark Elves have been bound to our cause as well. Hey guys, we have officially accomplished
Book reckons I should listen to you.
Military alliance.
Say something interesting. Yeah.
Alright guys, so we have officially accomplished Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning. We've got the Greenskins, the Dark Elves, and Chaos in a big super alliance. We did it. Yay! Side objective complete.
Onward to destruction.
Alright, Sigvald, let's go get your armor. Kolek, let's squish this.
This serves the dark hours.
Handsome and lethal.
Barbaros bubonicus. Delightful. Are the Zolts older than Durthu? Probably. Almost assuredly, actually. Does anything special happen to vampire souls after they die? I'll tell you that after the speech. Enjoy the speech.
Ah, my loyal minions. Over the way stands something I want. I need. Beatific mail, wasted on the clueless worm who wears it. It is only right I take it from him. And if you, my serfs, die in agony during the attempt, then know that I'll feel your pain. Why, I will relish it! To the champion in my armor. Yes, you may have heard of me. I am Sigvald the Magnificent, the Gerald Prince of Slanesh. I do not blame you if hearing my name has caused you to void your bounds. Just make sure the auric armor is clean when I come to take it. You could hand it straight over, of course, but I have seen your kind before. You will be irksome and make me fight for it. No matter, I could do with a workout, but do not overvex me, or your death cry will be especially shrill. And I do hate to taint my ears with such cacophonic nonsense, if I can bear it!
Alright. Are Zotes sentient? Yeah, Zotes are smart and peaceful. Zotes don't like fighting that much. Zotes are literally the guardians of the deep old forests. Who are the Zotes? That. We don't know a lot about their origin. Either they were created by the old ones as custodians of the forests, or they are a primordial species that for some reason defends the forests. But they're like the OG users of life magic. Like, they are the best life wizards that exist. I know Warhammer Online Age of Reckoning was non-canon, but which Chaos God did those Chaos Warriors follow? Tzeentch. If you played Warhammer Online and you chose a Chaos Warrior, you were a Tzeentch person. Alright, Hell Cannons, let's have some fun. And we will leave a bodyguard with our Hell Cannons just because this is a story mission, which means it'll probably spawn in additional enemies, which is always annoying. Chariots, go with your boss.
Exalted hero. Clean magic.
My Dark Prince calls.
My gods call. Chaos comes. Marauder horsemen.
You nerds go scout so I can see my enemies. We probably need to change out the Chosen with shields for Chosen with great weapons now that I think about it. We're a little lacking in AP. Well, not really, I guess, but whatever.
Weaklings. Nobles best of
And we'll put that all together.
Chaos sorcerer. Your will. Marauder horsemen.
Open fire!
Skulls for the skull throne. Core demands.
What are my options here? Chaos Warriors, great weapons. Ooh, Chosen. Yeah, let's shoot the Chosen. Gorbeast. Go have fun. Let's bring these hounds in.
The
Get that poison. You better run. You better run. Okay, let's bring it all over here. Those are also chosen.
Very well. Here's the orders. Marauder horsemen, feed your soul. Chosen. Yes. Portal forward.
Marauders, go die for me.
Time to despoil. Cause bloody glory. Ha! The gods demand it. Deliver slaughter.
Brace.
Chosen.
Just kidding, attack.
Chaos is magic.
Slow them down a bit. Lower their stats.
Reality bends.
What are we doing over here? Let's fall back. Well, cannons. Let's turn our attention to this side of the battlefield, please.
At your command.
Halberds, let's block here just in case.
Planetus perverse.
There's the Lord.
For the chaos gods. Praise God. Exalted hero. My gods call. Kill them. Arcane torment awaits.
Nerf the giant a bit. Those are more knights.
Chaos sorcerer.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Balefire. Chaos come.
Slay every mortal. That's what the masters bid.
Pop the potion of speed. Look at him booking it.
Chaos sorcerer. What? Do not scatter.
Horse masters, y'all can take them.
That's
Oh,
what
they're
the
running.
masters
Okay, go after
bid.
them then. Halberds, let's redeploy a little bit. Sigvald, chase down the enemy champion.
Chaos sorcerer. What? The gods demand it. Give us carnage. Chaos comes. All will be despoiled. They will cower. Seed of blood.
How about you slow your roll?
Very good.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Running.
One of y'all shoot that dude. Sigvald, kill the chosen.
I bring a tempest.
Nerf those chosen and get rid of their vigor. Have y'all fall back. Where are those horse masters? Oh, they're way the hell back there. You lot, get your butts over here.
All will be despoiled.
Halberds,
Chaos sorcerer. Putrefaction on them. Chaos, the only master. This is our time. Chosen. Tremble, mortals. Chosen. Obliterate them. Chaos marauders.
look at this nice old pack of targets. Hell blasters! You're not hell blasters. Hell cannons! Let's give them something to chew on, shall we? I love it. That'll be dealt with in no time.
Immortal caress. Chaos sorcerer. On a chaos god. Ready. Anarchy for all. Move first.
I do as you bid.
Pop our regen. Let's get some support fire.
Obliterate them. All be burned.
Good job. Way to make Daddy proud.
Invade their souls.
Just gonna get rid of y'all's defenses. Have fun dying. Chase them off. Oh, we're out of munitions.
My magic is ready.
For the Chaos Gods!
There. Sigvald has regen! Thank God. Where are the gnomes from, and where are the thoughts on dwarves and halflings? Gnomes, just like humans, halflings, ogres, elves, and dwarves, are a creation of the old ones. Gnomes are naturally bound or have an innate relationship with the wind of shadow, Shaish. And they live in the Empire. They used to have a... in the Empire, they used to have their own little empire that was kind of hidden among the marshes and the swamps of the Empire, which there are many of. And they lived there in relative harmony for many, many years until Grom the Paunch showed up. When Grom the Paunch of the Misty Mountains showed up, he unfortunately showed up with a goblin army that A, was capable of detecting the gnomes, because goblins are much craftier than what the gnomes were used to dealing with, and B, there were so many of them that the gnomes did not have anywhere to go. They didn't have anywhere to hide. Let's see. I don't want him to have the Chalice of Chaos because it takes up too much space. Let's give you the Potion of Strength. I like that more. Actually, I guess the Chalice of Chaos works well for him right now because I don't really have any super great alternatives. So yeah, you can keep it for the moment. Yay! Sigvald has all of his goodies. Thank God. Sigvald is no longer a piece of garbage. Now we just gotta get Archaon back to full. One more turn until I can have Chaos goodies. Oh, you never got your Forsaken, boss man. My bad. I'm so sorry. That's my fault. Oh, sorry. Ulgu, not Shaish. Yes, thank you. Zerzernov. Oh, Vampire Souls After Death. Yeah, sorry, I got distracted. So the big thing that happened with Vampire Souls After Death is Vampire Souls are kind of basically when you become a vampire, your soul is corrupted on a very fundamental plane or level. And because of that, you tend to get into these really ugly scenarios where when vampires die, there's really nothing. There's nothing for them. They're kind of bound to the physical plane because of the nature of undeath, and so they don't get to go to Mor's realm a lot of the time. 99% of the time. Most vampires are said to just not have souls. Either because that part of their essence is trapped somewhere, or because it's so intrinsically ruined by dark magic that there's just nowhere for it to go, where it can go. So a lot of the times for vampires, they're just stuck. It's not really that they cease to exist, because if their mortal remains are found, you can resurrect them. But they don't really go anywhere.
You come before greatness. It is normal to feel overwhelmed.
Cetra, we would make powerful allies.
Never.
I mean, truly powerful allies. Alright, we got something going with them.
Asap smiles. An audience. Very well. Have you spoken to my cousin?
If we could bind the undead to our will, we would be
Absolutely not.
in such a good position.
My consent.
For the mortuary cult.
We're not gonna get any use out of Nakaf. Or sorry, Katep.
Yes. You summon the Lich Master. I see. You fool.
Bro, come on, you're basically chaos. Let's skip the shenanigans and just be allies. Kimmler. Alright. Chaos. We have some solid allies now. People who, like us, value power above all else. And are not someone that I have to kill. Because the only people I have to kill are the dwarves, the Bretonnians, and the High Elves. And the Empire. Everyone else are just pickings. Or things that I can break to my will.
Bring ruin. Attack.
Alright, you lot. You got stuff to do. Go get it done. Oh, look at that! Wintertooth is invading the Empire. Yes! Progress! Wait, what is this? Oh, High Elves. Ah! There's High Elves in Norsca. That's not good. I need to hurry up and finish up the Empire before they can get the Elves to assist them. How many gnomes are left? Very few. They're numbered in the thousands. As like a species.
Speak through your meek mouths. Mumble your pitiable words, so I can use them as a lash to flay your soul.
Colorful? No, I don't care about you, lizardmen. Ah, we met Clan Skarier. That's good. They would make a very useful ally. That is problematic that the dwarves have unified that part of the world. Oh, I'm about to get such a discount. A discount on my armies because of Archaon and Sigvald are finally getting their chaos structures, which means I don't have to pay as much money for Chosen. Welcome back, Super Champion. Or, well, you're a Super Assassin.
God of mountains. This world.
Yeah, Kislev's gonna burn, my dudes.
Unleash chaos.
And there is very... Ah, it's Balthazar Gelt!
Not likely.
I was wondering when we'd find him. Little booger, he's been hard to track down. What else does your army need, Archaon? Well, we could use poison hounds instead of regular hounds. But I'll wait for those. I guess more Chosen is what we really need. Like, Chosen with great weapons. And then we'll trade these out for Poison Hounds. Because if I could get Poisonous Hounds, that would help significantly. For my Knights. And we'll hang on to that one Chaos Giant. Though I might switch him out for a Shaggoth. Alright, chat. Well, we've been going for about, what, 3.5 hours? Something like that? Yeah, we've been going for a long time. So we're going to go, I think this is a good point to call it, but we are in a great position for taking over the world. We've got alliances all over the planet. We've got a military alliance with the Greenskins. Norsca is our vassal. We have a military alliance with the Dark Elves. We have negotiated non-aggression, which will likely evolve into a full alliance with the Tomb Kings, who will be very, very helpful with dealing with the dwarves. And the Empire is pretty weak. Granted, the Empire is split between two imperial provinces. Talabekland is still quite a power. Marienburg is still alive and being annoying. Bretonia is also still split into many kingdoms. So there's much to do. Oh, the vampire counts are still alive. There's a miracle. Considering their bug, which I probably should have downloaded the fix for, because I know there is a mod for that now.
Excuse the tomb breath. Now, that will stop.
And we've even got Kimmler under our beck and call. Though, I don't know how useful he'll be.
What do you want from me?
Oh, you're at war with the Greenskins. You should stop that, Icket.
You smell of fear. Should I kill Count you?
Damn it! Queek Headtaker has a military alliance with the dwarves? Ugh! That's so unfortunate. So Queek Headtaker is aligned with our enemies. That's just great. He would have made a very useful ally. Oh well.
Bow before I keep your head bow.
We'll take what we can get. Alright, anyway, thank you all so much for joining me. I'm definitely going to go ahead and call it... Man, my nose, like, hurts. But we're definitely going to call it here. Next time, we will focus on wiping out the Empire, which is going to take forever, but it'll be the hardest thing we have to do. Once the Empire's dead, the rest of them will go down like folding cards. Are there more halfling than gnomes? There are way more halflings than gnomes. There are like hundreds of thousands of halflings. At least tens of thousands. Halflings breed like crazy. And halflings also live longer than humans do. Not by much, but by a decent margin. Anyway, so yeah. We did great. The Skaven have a really good empire going. All of Norsca is unified, and once we deal with the High Elf problem, we'll be fully controlled. Oh, the Dark Elves are invading the Empire. Isn't that convenient? Man, this is going to turn into a mess, but a really fun mess. Alright, guys. Till next time. I'll go ahead and do some special thanks shoutouts real quick to everyone who was nice enough to toss some stuff in the tip jar today. Thanks again to Dom, Hurricane Irma, Daniel Martin, Silver7, and then thank you to those of you who have been members, Rolana and Dosict, celebrating their 23 months of being members. That's almost 2 years. It does not feel like I have been streaming for 2 years. Holy shit, that's scary. And then thanks to Bear, who was celebrating his year anniversary today. So thank you guys so much. And I'll see y'all probably... I will not see y'all tomorrow, more than likely. Unless it is very early. We might do an early stream. But if it's not tomorrow morning, I will not see you guys tomorrow because I have to go do stuff at the Citadel. So, anyway. Thanks for watching, guys.